Welcome to the Zone 864 podcast. What's going on? What is going on? What is going on? Happy Tuesday to everyone. What's going on Instagram? How y'all doing out there? Live on Instagram right now, live on Facebook, live on Periscope, also live on YouTube. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that share button, hit the subscribe button. Whether you're watching on either of those platforms, I am your host, Trap the Don. Welcome to the Zone 864 podcast. Let's get it.
What's up? What's up? What's up? You know who this is? It's your Trap boy, Trap Beans. Can you see me? Can you see me? Can you see me? I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. I can see you. Temptation is easy, but life is hard. I like my chicks thick, just like Nicki Minaj. I've been rapping for a minute, but it's just the beginning. I'm allergic to losing and addicted to winning. I ain't rich, but the swag is worth $1 million. Iced out wrist, yeah, homie, I'm chillin'. Entrepreneur, trying to get my money to the ceiling. Bill collector, stop calling, what a wonderful feeling. Responsibility for me, it comes with age. This a new chapter in life, so turn the page. I ain't trying to stay back in the past, forget the nonsense. Got no time for haters or negative comments. I remember growing up, man, I used to have dreams, and now I just wanna be a success by any means, whether it be in this music or something else. I'ma make the most out of the hand that I was dealt. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. When I was a teen, niggas couldn't tell me nothing. I was so young and naive, it's hard to believe, especially when it came to relationships. Loving for the wrong reasons is because of those hips. Fascinated by the way the girl's body was shaped. You damn right, I was trying to get that birthday cake. Instead of focusing on girls, should have been focused on college. Cause the older I get, life requires more knowledge. Times change, went from recession to progression. And I hope all these CEOs have learned their lessons. Being greedy will put you on the street corner with the needy, holding a sign, cause now you can't even make a dime. That's why I'm learning how to cherish the little things in life. I try to do less wrong and try to do more right. And little homie, don't pay attention to those bums. You can make it anywhere, no matter where you from. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I'll be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I approach rapping with the same passion as acting, illustrating out the actions while you imagine what happened. Money don't make me, I make money. It be a fight to the death if anybody take it from me. I'm a real G and real G's do real things. I've been putting in work since before I was a teen. Ain't talking in the streets, I'm talking over the beat, killing the track. This is murder first degree. Music is like a drug that I just for real, but this microphone is my favorite place to vent. And if I said it in my lyrics, then that's what I really meant. I be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop. I be on the grind all day, every day. Champagne jet plane, I'm going to the top. Money on my mind all day, every day. I'ma go so hard, I will not stop.
Please remember that this is just a melody.
Yo, 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 yo. Should I do it? Should I do it? All these women love me. All these women love me. They all wanna hug me. Nah, I ain't gonna do it. Sometimes I'll be, you know what I mean, about to come out and give y'all some of these bars, but I ain't gonna do that this time. What's going on, y'all? Again, welcome to the Zone 864 podcast. I am your host, Trap the Don. We are streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, and Instagram. I hope you can hear my audio just fine. I hope you can see me just fine as well. I just wanted to come on this afternoon and just chop it up for a few minutes while I have a few minutes. I'm a very busy man, but I always love to come chop it up with the people. I always love to put content out there. I'm in the midst of building my own brand. So with that being said, again, just some basic housekeeping. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Make sure you hit that share button on the platforms that applies to. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let's get these. I don't like to use the word followers. I like to use the word supporters. Let's get that support up. Let's get that support up. Hope you guys are having a great, blessed day. It is Taco Tuesday, even though to me it still feels like Monday. I'm just so busy, man. All of the days run concurrent. All of the days feel the same, man. All of the days feel the same. Yeah. So Father's Day was Sunday. All you dads out there, all you fathers out there, biological or not, I hope you all had a wonderful, marvelous, fantastic, terrific, super duper Father's Day.
Please remember
That is the one day that we as fathers get to boast and brag, and we can be lazy if we want to. We don't have to call nobody. We don't have to do none of that. That is the one day out of these 365 days, 366 if it's a leap year, that we can just chill, get breakfast in bed, have our kids run errands for us, tell them to go get the remote and give it to us, because we are the ones that make it possible for our kids to do what they do on a daily basis, which primarily nowadays is be on TikTok. Weird. I still don't even have a TikTok account. I just got a new phone a few days ago, and TikTok came on the phone, but I don't actually have an account. People are saying that I should start an account so I can branch out and add my podcast information on there, but I don't know, man. But Father's Day, Father's Day, Father's Day. My Father's Day was terrific. I got to spend time with my daughter, my beloved daughter. She is 12 years old. And man, being, aside from just being a father, being a parent is not an easy job. Being a parent is a very, very time-consuming responsibility and task. Man, I got a daughter that's 12 years old. I can remember like yesterday, she was 5 and 6 years old, and she was so easy to manage. Hormones, not having to deal with hormones, not having to deal with attitude issues. Not saying that I have to deal with that now, but obviously there are times when the attitude does unveil itself. So yeah, man, all my fathers out there, keep doing what you're doing. Keep doing keep putting in that work. Keep putting in the effort. Keep putting in that time, man, because I'm telling you, our kids notice. I feel like when it comes to dads, especially for dads that are active in their children's lives, what I'm about to say may not apply so much to children that don't have a father in their life. But when you're active in your child's life, and let's say if you miss an event, or let's say if you told them, they do this with mothers too now. Not saying they don't do this with mothers, but let's say you told them that you were going to go somewhere or that you're going to do something with them. When it comes to fathers, they don't let you off the hook. They don't forget. Like, if you say you're supposed to do this at XYZ time, we're supposed to go here on this date and be here at this time. And let's say that date and time passes. I don't know about y'all kids, but my daughter, she will let you know. And then she'll keep bugging you and she'll keep nagging you until you actually do it. She does that with her mother too, but I know when it comes to me, she's very strategic. My daughter is strategic in how she'll continue to nag you about things. So again, happy Father's Day. Happy belated Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Keep doing your thing. Keep working hard, man. Keep working hard. It's a hard job. It is a hard job. But I will tell you what, I wouldn't trade being a father for anything in the world. Being a father, man, it does something to you. It does something to you, man. It's really hard to explain. If you into it the way that I'm into it, if you're there the way that I'm there, if you care as a father the way that I care, it's hard to put it in words how much of a privilege it is and how much of a love it is to be a father. And honestly, I feel like that's something that's kind of missing in today's time. We do need to put the emphasis back on fatherly guidance, fatherly presence, because the way that the world is going in now, the direction that the world is going in now it's unprecedented, it's unpredictable. But when you have a father in your life, when a child has their father, You know, it's funny because like I can remember with my dad, you know, whether we're going whether we going to Universal Studios, whether we're going to Disneyland, even back in the day, like if we were doing something like simple like going to the movies, man, I would be so excited when my dad would take me somewhere, man. And my daughter is that same way. My daughter is that same way. Like she gets so like it's one thing if her mother is gonna do something with her. It's one thing if you know her and her mother have plans, but I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about. I don't know if y'all feel me, but when you get ready to do something with your child, when the dad gets ready to do something with the child and gets ready to take them somewhere, it's a whole, I don't know if y'all notice, but it's a whole different level of joy that comes across the child's face, that enters the child's body. I can't speak for y'all children, but I'm just kind of giving you the experience with my daughter. She is just, you know, that's how she is. And I'm pretty sure that children that have their fathers in their lives, dads, y'all know what I'm talking about. You get your kids on the weekends or every other weekends, or even if you're there every day, and they know dad coming to pick them up. You see, I was born and raised in South Carolina, and I currently live in Phoenix, Arizona. And so growing up, you know, my father has been living out here in Phoenix forever, since like the early 90s. So when I would come leave South Carolina and come to Arizona for summer breaks, winter breaks, Christmas breaks, stuff like that, and then go back to school, there was, you know, and then only getting to see my dad a few times a year growing up. When I would get off the plane and I would walk through security, and then I would see my dad standing there waiting on me after we haven't seen each other for months at a time. That was the best feeling in the world. I knew you would come. I knew you would be there. Those are the thoughts that would be running through my head. I know you'll be there. And it's important as a father and as fathers, it's important that our children have that mentality. It's important to know that whatever happens in our children's lives, my dad will be there. I know you'll be there. There's no greater feeling in the world than for a child to know that his or her father is going to be there. I need to go across country for this trip. I know my dad's going to make that happen. He'll be there. I need these items for a project, for a school project. Let me tell my dad. I know he'll get it. He'll make sure it gets done. I know he'll be there. So much of our youth nowadays is so detached from reality because of a lack or a disconnect from their father. You know, it's one thing when mothers aren't there, whether it's, you know, mother had children at a young age, wasn't able to take care of the children. Grandparents got to raise the child, or aunt and uncle got to raise the child, or child in foster care. You grow up, you become a man or woman. When a father isn't there, these children grow up cold. They grow up without a care in the world. They grow up with so much confusion and hatred inside. Being a father is an important task, an important job. And it's going to be, I don't care if you are a NASA astronaut. I don't care if you're a nuclear engineer. Being a father is going to be the most difficult task. Being responsible for a child is going to be the most difficult and responsible task and job that you'll ever have. Aside from being a good wife or husband, for a father, for a man that it takes accountability and responsible for his kids, it's going to be the most difficult task and most difficult job that we'll ever have on this earth. Everything that I'm doing now is for the betterment of myself and my child, my children. Because if I don't take care of myself, then I can't take care of my children. All of this financial planning, college funds, savings, investments, future business plans, all of that is for my child, for my children. Yes, for me, but it's mainly for them. So I'm trying to teach my daughter early. Look at all this stuff that I'm doing for you. Look at all this hard work that I'm doing for you to make sure that you're successful. I'm not talking about money. I'm not talking about fancy things. I'm talking about things that I'm doing that's going to make you a better person tomorrow, so that when you're 12, you can look back when you're 22 and say, yeah, my dad told me that. Yeah, my dad helped me with that. Shout out to all you Brooklyn Nets fans, all you Philadelphia 76ers fans. Shout out to y'all. Y'all are out of here, sitting at home with the rest of us, sitting at home with my Lakers. Shout out to the Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers.
Please remember that this is just a melody.
Shout out to you. Now you're sitting at home like the rest of us, watching the games. It's a clip I want to show y'all real quick. This is a Instagram. You won't be able to see it. You'll only be able to hear it. But let me share this clip right quick here. So really quickly before I show this clip, man, I have withdrew myself from sports. I don't watch games. I mean, I might watch a football game here and there, basketball game here and there, baseball, hell, even hockey here and there. But I don't sit down. I don't watch games in its entirety because I'm so busy doing other things. Like for me personally, I feel like doing that, I'm just losing so much time. I'd rather spend that time doing something else. But I want to show y'all this real quick. This is a Philly fan. What happened? I had it up. This is a Philly fan. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Where it's at. Okay, so this is a Philly fan right here, fired up after the 76ers got uh, defeated by the Atlanta Hawks in Game 7.
From bum, get Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Man's Ben Simmons. You from bum, get Ben Simmons out of my city. I don't want to see him. Get him out of here. Bum. 12 points. Kevin Herter outscored you. Who? Kevin Herter. Yo, man, listen. If Ben Simmons on his team next year, it's going to be a problem. This fuck. Ben Simmons. Ben Simmons. Out here. Somebody burn it. Somebody burn it. Burn it. Man's Ben Simmons. You crumb bum.
You crumb bum. Man, some of these dudes just be acting crazy, man. Like, for me personally, I just don't understand. I mean, I do understand because I used to be all into sports. I used to watch every football game Sundays. I used to just sit around and watch football from the time it come on at 10 a.m. to the time it ends at 8:30 p.m. over here on the West Coast, because football starts early and it ends early on the West Coast. And I'm gonna tell you what really turned me off about sports was the whole Colin Kaepernick situation. When people started boycotting the games, and I'm a person, I played football. I played football for like the YMCA. Then I ended up playing football in high school, all 4 years, JV and varsity football in high school. And I've always been a fan of football. I've always been a fan of the NFL. But as I, began to notice, I'm like, okay, granted, and if we really wanted to dive in a little bit deeper about the whole Colin Kaepernick situation, we would have to have a whole separate podcast for that. And I don't want to get into the underlying politics of that situation, but on a surface level, the Colin Kaepernick situation really turned me off when it came to the NFL. I'm like, and keep in mind, Barack Obama was in office, and the whole reason that Colin Kaepernick decided to kneel was to protest against police brutality. And on top of that, let's not forget what happened in that is they tried to spin his kneeling and say that it was disrespectful to the soldiers and to the veterans when it came to the American flag, when initially it was veterans that actually told Colin the best way to protest was to take a knee. But for some reason, the mainstream media continued to procrastinate the fact that you're kneeling, it's disrespectful. And when I saw that, I had to reach inside and I had to, get more in tune with myself. I had to get more in tune with my blackness. And, I had to make the sacrifice to say, you know what, this isn't right. The NFL is comprised of, probably 70 to 80% black men. These black men are out here getting in car wrecks on the field every single week. These men are getting lifelong injuries to their bodies. They're sustaining lifelong brain injuries. And they get these guys hooked on a bunch of drugs, a bunch of prescription drugs. And then when they get out the NFL, by the time they get out the NFL, These guys are struggling, broke, drug addicts, because the NFL basically has used them, used all of their popularity, all of their physical ability, all of their mental ability. The NFL has soaked that, and then they toss these guys back into the hoods, into the street. And then next thing you know, these players are committing atrocious crimes because they're drug addicts, and the injuries such as CTE are making these players do these very violent acts, and the NFL is not doing anything about it. So on top of them treating Kaepernick the way that they did about him taking a knee, I really had to take a step back and assess, why am I so committed to loving the game of football? Why am I spending my God-given time, my breath, my attention? Why am I giving so much to this game that I'm not even out there playing? And they out there treating these players like that. So basically, since about 2017, I do keep up with sports. I follow highlights, I follow scores, I read storylines like on ESPN.com. I'll listen to short commentary, but I'm not about to sit there and watch games for an entire day. I'm too busy trying to keep my life together, because I have my life together. I'm too busy trying to do that. I'm too busy focusing on my future. I'm too busy planning. I'm too busy building to sit there. I don't care what day it is, Saturday, Sunday, Thursday. I just have better things to do with my time. I just, and plus, I feel like with all of the millionaires and billionaires that we have in Black society now, there's no reason for it to be 2021 and we don't have our own sports leagues. We are the leagues. Without the Black men, there is no NBA. There is no NFL. So we have the power to do what we need to do, but we're so enslaved by the money that these teams, these clubs, these ball clubs can pay us, that you just stay hypnotized, and nothing really changes. So yeah, I keep up with sports, but I'm not the biggest fan of sitting down and watching games. But yeah, and shout out to the Phoenix Suns. I am a Laker man, but I'll give credit where it's due. Shout out to the Phoenix Suns for winning game 1 of the Western Conference Finals, semi-Western Conference Finals against the Clippers. I never thought that I would see the Suns go this far. And I'm here in the city. I'm here in Phoenix too, so you can see the excitement in these people's faces when it comes to the Suns, but I don't know. That's going to be a tough one. We're going to see. I'm going to go ahead and say I got the Clippers on that one, for the simple fact that I know Kawhi is I think. Let me see what's going on with Kawhi. Because when I give this information, I like to give and then I saw that Stephen A. Smith came out and said that Devin Booker was the next Kobe. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Periscope. Did y'all hear about that? Stephen A. Smith said that Devin Booker would be the next Kobe. Yeah, interesting. Let me see. Why Leonard? Okay, So it looks like Kawhi Leonard has a knee sprain, and they have sidelined him out for game 2 of the Suns Clippers series. So he will not be in game 2. But I'm a Kawhi fan. I love his mental toughness. And Kawhi Leonard just plays the game at a beautiful pace. Like, I mean, it's LeBron's not touching that. Like, you really have to study and watch Kawhi to know and understand what I'm talking about. But that's enough about sports. Thank you guys for tuning in. Instagram, make sure that you hit that like button. Make sure that I have another page on Instagram. Just type in Zone 864 in the search bar. I actually have no followers on my podcast page, but that's okay because I'm building. Okay, I'm building. So on Instagram, make sure you hit that like button, hit the search bar, type in Zone 864 podcast. That will come up. Hit the follow button because I'm live on my personal Instagram channel right now, Instagram page right now, which I rarely do, but said I'm gonna try something new. Facebook, make sure you hit that like button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. YouTube, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. Also, if you guys want to follow me on YouTube, just type in Zone 864 podcast. It will come up, and you can hit that follow button. These are some of the episodes. Again, Instagram, you won't be able to see what I have on the computer screen. But I got a few episodes here. I don't have that many episodes. Got an episode, a broadcast talking about Naomi Osaka when she went through that incident where she kind of had a nervous breakdown in France, in the French Open, the French opening. Then also got a broadcast on here where we're talking about Tulsa, Oklahoma. Go watch that. Very educational. And then also I got another broadcast where we're talking about Bill Gates being the owner of the largest plot of farmland in the United States. And he is growing potatoes, which are currently being used for McDonald's French fries. Also, in that episode, I talk about how, people think that when you shop at places like Whole Foods, that you're purchasing a higher quality of fruit or vegetable. That's not always the case. There have been multiple stories where people have bought fruits, vegetables from Whole Foods, and they have tried to replant with the seeds. But the problem is there's no food that grows. So is the food that you're purchasing in Whole Foods, is it really real? It's probably not. We're getting to a time where we're going to have to really go back, and we're going to have to rely on the knowledge that our grandparents and parents gave us. My grandparents, for the longest time, used to actually keep a garden in their backyard. They also kept a pear tree in their backyard. And they used to pick food from that garden and literally wash it in the sink and cook it, and we would eat that. So make sure, if you want to follow me on YouTube, type in Zone 864 podcast. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or Periscope, you can see it on the screen. Commentary on current topics, historical topics. I talk about sports from time to time. Anything black, I try to talk about it because I am black first. Before anything, before whatever religion I am, before whatever sports team I like, before whoever my favorite rapper is, or whatever my favorite genre of music is, I understand that I'm Black first. And since it is, Pride Month, I know that we had Juneteenth this month as well. And there's a lot of mixed emotion and mixed feeling in the air amongst Black people when it comes to Juneteenth. There's some Black people that are like, yes, it's about time. Personally, I felt like Juneteenth should have been a national federal holiday last year. When a corporation like Nike says, okay, we're going to go ahead and observe Juneteenth as a holiday for our company, then I think that the federal government should go ahead and say, well, if Nike is going to go ahead and make it a national holiday, a holiday within their company, then maybe we should make it a national federal holiday as well. So Juneteenth was signed into law for me personally about a year too late. But I bring that up. I bring up Juneteenth and I bring up Pride Month in the same sentence. This statement is specifically for Black people. Understand that your LGBTQ status, your sexual status, that is not your status first. That is not your status first. You would not believe how much prejudice and discrimination there is amongst all of these different classifications of LGBTQ groups out here, ethnicities. I'm telling you, I'm here to tell you, I'm telling you, Black people, that your sexual orientation is not who you are. It's a part of you, but it's not who you are. Who you really are, who you truly are, is you're Black first. Before you're gay, before you're straight, before you're trans, before you're bi, before you're queer, before you're even non-binary, you're Black first. Your Blackness is never something that you can get away from. It's never something that you can escape. Your Blackness is beautiful. Whether it doesn't matter how light you are, how dark you are, you're Black first. And I have a whole broadcast that I'm going to do probably either later this week or sometime this week. If I can get the time to get some material together, it's going to be called A House Divided. And I actually wanted to do it right before Juneteenth, but I'm a busy man, so I didn't have time to actually get that presentation together and get it out there. But it's going to be called A House Divided because we're going to be talking about some things that need to be talked about within Black society. So I appreciate y'all for watching. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a great week if I don't see you all again this week. And I'm out of here.